Have you ever watched a rocket launch? It's an incredible sight. Rockets are amazing machines. They can fly higher than planes. They can even go into space.
But what exactly is a rocket? A rocket is like a giant metal tube. It's filled with fuel and special engines. These engines are super powerful. They push the rocket up into the sky.
Rockets can carry astronauts or satellites. Some rockets even go to other planets.
Rockets are different from other flying machines. They don't need air to fly. This means they can go where planes can't. They can zoom past the clouds. Now let's talk about how rockets fly. Have you ever wondered what makes these giant machines soar into space? It's all about something called thrust. Thrust is the force that propels the rocket forward. Thrust is a big push, a powerful force that moves the rocket. It's what makes rockets move, overcoming the pull of gravity.
Let's try a fun experiment to understand this better. Have you ever blown up a balloon and let it go? What happens when you release it? It zooms around the room, right? This is because the air inside the balloon rushes out. This is like how a rocket works. The principle is the same. The air rushing out of the balloon pushes it forward just like the gases in a rocket. This is thrust in action. It's a simple yet powerful concept.
Rockets work in a similar way, but on a much larger scale. Instead of air, they use hot gases produced by burning fuel. These gases come from burning fuel inside the rocket's engine. The gases shoot out of the bottom of the rocket at high speed. This creates a big push upwards, lifting the rocket into the sky and beyond. Let's talk about rocket fuel. It's not like the gas in a car. Rocket fuel is special, it's super powerful, but what makes it so strong and how does it work?
Rocket fuel comes in two parts. These parts are called propellants. One part is fuel, the other is an oxidizer. When these mix, they create a big explosion. This explosion makes hot gases. These gases push the rocket up.
Some rockets use liquid fuel, others use solid fuel. Liquid fuel is like very cold special gasoline. Solid fuel looks like a big rubber eraser.
Section 4. Defying gravity, liftoff and beyond. Now let's talk about liftoff. This is when the rocket leaves the ground. It's an exciting moment. The engines roar, fire and smoke appear. Then, slowly, the rocket rises. It's fighting against gravity.
Gravity is always pulling down on the rocket. It's like an invisible hand trying to keep the rocket on Earth. But the rocket is strong. Its engines push harder than gravity pulls. This is how the rocket wins the fight against gravity. As the rocket goes higher, it gets lighter. Why? Because it's using up fuel.
Section 5. Orbiting Earth. Speed is key. Understanding the importance of speed is crucial when it comes to space travel. Some rockets go into orbit around Earth. This means they travel around our planet in a continuous loop. Orbit is like a big circular path in space. Imagine a giant racetrack in the sky. It's how satellites and space stations stay up there. They follow this invisible path, circling Earth. But how do rockets get into orbit? The secret is speed. They need to reach a certain velocity to break free from Earth's gravity. To orbit Earth, a rocket must go very fast. This speed helps it stay in space without falling back down. It needs to travel about 17,500 miles per hour. That's super fast. Imagine driving a car at that speed.
At this speed, the rocket is falling towards Earth, but it doesn't crash. But it's going so fast that it keeps missing the ground. This is because of its incredible speed. It's like running in a circle so fast you never stop. The rocket keeps moving forward, never touching down. Imagine swinging a ball on a string around your head. The ball stays in motion because of the string. The ball wants to fly away, but the string keeps it in place, but the string keeps pulling it back. Orbit is similar. The rocket wants to fly away, but Earth's gravity keeps it in orbit.
Section 6. Rocket parts and types. A quick tour. Let's take a closer look at the various parts of a rocket. A rocket is made up of many intricate pieces. Each one plays a crucial role in its operation. The main parts of a rocket include the body, engines, fuel tanks, and the payload area. The body of the rocket acts like its skin. It provides protection for all the internal components. The engines are located at the bottom of the rocket. They generate the thrust needed for liftoff. Fuel tanks store the fuel and oxidizer, which are essential for the engines to produce thrust. The payload area is situated at the top of the rocket. This section is designed to carry valuable cargo, such as astronauts or satellites, into space.
There are various types of rockets. Some are small and are used to carry satellites into orbit. Others are massive. These larger rockets have the capability to transport humans into space. For example, the Saturn V rocket was used to take astronauts to the moon during the Apollo missions. The Saturn V was an engineering marvel, standing as tall as a 36-story building. Rockets come in all shapes and sizes, each designed for specific missions, from launching satellites to exploring distant planets. Many rockets have multiple stages that separate during flight, each stage playing a vital role in reaching space. Some modern rockets are even designed to return to Earth and be reused, making space travel more sustainable.